You would think that a college campus would be the perfect place for a safe zone for people to discuss political differences, but that's not the case anymore. Charlie Kirk was assassinated yesterday, and there's a gun violence and a mental health crisis going on in America. And I felt compelled to make a video, regardless of your political views. No one should be assassinated for expressing their opinion about politics. It's just another example of people have become so divided and triggered literally and mentally. There's really a mental health crisis going on and a gun violence problem that's escalated over the last 30 years. It seems like there is a Columbine every month now. And young adults think it's funny, all throughout this fall semester, universities around the country, that people were calling in fake mass shooting, fake shooter calls to 911 calls. They think it's funny and it's a game. And then meanwhile, Charlie Kirk gets assassinated, father of 2 kids, husband, and his family was in attendance apparently while he got shot in the neck at this debate in Utah. It's very alarming and it's tragic. It's going to take men and women from both sides of the aisle, from both political parties, to try to address this issue, this road that America's going down. And, how can we solve this as a nation? People are scared. There's no safe zone in America. Like, where do you feel safe? If you can't feel safe at church, or you can't feel safe at school, with the fear of getting shot, the fear of if you speak your mind, you might become a target. Charlie definitely became a target as he became famous and wealthy. He had over 3 million followers on YouTube. He became so famous that South Park did a parody of him a few weeks back. And sadly, he became a target to jealous, envious people, or people who disagreed with him, regardless of him, sharing his opinion. We live in a country where we should have freedom of speech, but at the same time, it's like people are scared because if you share your opinion that differs from others, then you might be silenced, especially if you become somewhat known, and then you gain all these followers. You're sharing your political views that people become angered by because you don't think like them, and there's no safe place to discuss like adults your opinion and share your thoughts and beliefs with others, like Charlie was trying to do, which was a good thing. It's sad, and it's become normal in America. Mass shootings have become normal. There's no safe zones. Where do you feel safe in America? I mean, our culture has gotten more violent toward each other, and we need to try to come together. It seems like sports is the only thing that I can think of that actually brings people together. Church as well, different political people, different political views go to the same church, but sports as well. You know, people of all colors and creeds, you know, go to a sporting event. Um, it's just sad, and people were celebrating, you know, Charlie Kirk getting assassinated, and you know that's just not right, and it's pretty mean and cruel uh, to celebrate somebody's passing murder just because you have different political viewpoints. You know, he was a fellow American and a father, and he had become so famous and wealthy and a political activist, a celebrity. I've heard some of my Republican friends have compared his death to assassination to Martin Luther King. Uh, it it it's shocking, and I hope that there are several young men and women who try to do the same thing that Charlie Kirk did, to debate and to express their opinions. And it inspired me today to make a video that I haven't posted a video in about a year, but this inspired me to post a video today onto YouTube for Mr. Kirk's legacy as an American. And we should all strive to be able to share our thoughts and our opinions in a safe, free zone, in a safe place, so we can learn from each other and get it right here in America. Thank you.